There we go. Now we can begin. Welcome to Tactical Main. Gentlemen, before we start and get started with the... Hide that. Before we get started, I want to take a quick second and mention, if you do want to support the channel, if you don't, fast forward through this next 20 seconds. If you do want to support the channel, click on one of the affiliate links in the description down below. We got Amazon. You don't have to buy what's linked. Just use it to buy anything. You want to buy groceries on it. It helps the channel. Some of you are already using it. There's the Olight affiliate link. I know how some of you feel about Olight. To me, I like them. They're great little flashlights. Awesome. And also, last way you can support the channel is Patreon. Oh, Patreon. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, it's not frowned upon so much anymore in the gun industry. Seems to be a whole lot of channels that said, if you do Patreon, you're a beggar, that are now doing Patreon. I never did it in the past because I don't have the time to provide extra content. But I did create one. If you want to support the channel, just don't hold your breath for extra content, because I don't really have time for extra content. But I will post pictures of things I do in my personal time. No. Get your head out of the gutter. No. Just other hobbies that I have. They'd be over there, so they're not on the channel. Enough of the support. Again, if you want to support, freaking sweet, awesome. Thank you. If you don't want to support, sweet, awesome. Thank you just for stopping by. Ugh. Now it's time to get into the video. Cleaning your dirty daggone pistol. Clean your Glock 17. Boom. We are unloaded. Guess what, gentlemen? That is not for you. That is for YouTube. Got to show that we are, in fact, handling firearms in a safe manner on YouTube now. So when you guys see clearings, it's not for you. It's for YouTube to know that we are safe. Believe it or not, there are millions of new gun owners out there that just became gun owners since the beginning of COVID-19. How about we make us a little video for them to show how they can take care of their firearms, keep them running, keep them clean. Basic firearms maintenance. How about them apples? Gentlemen, again, for you seasoned firearm owners out there, if you want to watch the video, sweet, thanks for stopping by and watching the video. Maybe you learned something. Maybe not. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. If you have tips or tricks that you use while you're performing Glock 17 maintenance, let us know in the comment section down below. We're going down to the table now. We're going to break this joker down, and we're going to clean it out Tactical Main style. Some bare basics you need to perform firearm maintenance. Toothbrush. Don't got one? You're nasty. If you have a Glock 17, gentlemen, you more than likely got this cleaning rod in your G17 kit, hopefully, and a big old plastic brush. Boom, sweet, look at that. Fits right in there. You're good to go. If you bought it used and you did not get this because the previous owner hung onto it like a dingleberry hanging onto you, well, get yourself a cleaning rod kit. And with a pistol, you just need the first little doom-a-dig. Get you a bore brush kit. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Just like that. So it's for cleaning your brush or your bore. And get you a little patch holder so you can run patches. You need some sort of solvent or cleaner. Carbon can be a bear to get off. I personally use Hops number 9. Boom, right there. This is an old jug right here. Hops number 9 smells delicious. I love it. Some people hate it. Some people are actually sensitive to this. So if your skin is sensitive, not if you are sensitive. If you're sensitive, then you probably shouldn't own firearms. But if your skin is sensitive, I would stay away from hops because it is an aggressive solvent. Man, does it smell good though. Woo-wee. Also, you could use break-free CLP. It's cleaner lubricator protectant, break-free. It does clean. It's not as good as a true solvent like Hops 9, but it does work and it does lube as well. Gentlemen, now that we got the basic essentials down, you should also already have your G17 cleared. Boom. we are clear. Once again, you heard the description on why we clear firearms now. In a safe direction, this is how I do it. I got me a rag too. Right, so this G17 is actually a little clean. She's not too dirty. All right, so what I do, I give it a wipe down. You're gonna have, if you've gone out and done any extensive pew-pewing, you're gonna have carbon build up all around your feed ramp, and all around the chamber area, and more than likely here. Give it a wipe down. Get that off there, because once you get the solvent on it, it's gonna make a goopy mess. So wipe off as much as you can, and that way you're not making a huge mess. Get you a little bit of solvent on there. Always from the bore, or from the breech, not from the bore. Boom. Run it through. Give it a good few run throughs. I prefer a bronze brush than this plastic brush, especially if you've done heavy firing. Oh, I also forgot to mention, a flashlight is a nice tool to have. Alright, so I just did a few passes through there. And the only reason I did these passes, right, not for actual cleaning, to get solvent in there to start eating away. And we're going to move on to something else. Now, at this point in time, let's get that in here. If your system is dirty, go ahead and get you a little bit of solvent and just start scrubbing the whole thing. That's the beauty about Glocks, gentlemen, is solvent does not take the finish off. Make sure you get your feed ramp real good. That's going to clog up with some carbon. Right in here is going to clog up with some carbon. I'm trying to keep it away from the camera so I don't flick it all over the camera. Just give her a good scrubbing with your brush. Get all that exterior carbon off of there, right? If you have trouble spots that are giving you an issue, use a brass casing and scrape away. Brass will not harm the finish, and it will get that stubborn carbon out of there. All right, now just wipe that solvent right off. Boom. You now have a pristinely clean exterior. We're still sopping wet inside, and the bore, we're going to let that solvent work on there. Take a look at your recoil spring. Typically don't get a whole lot dirtier than and need a whole lot more maintenance than a simple wipe down with a rag. She's good to go. Now the slide. Alright, gentlemen, so here where you're going to have a bunch of carbon buildup is right around here, right here. See, this one's not even all that dirty, but it'll build up right in there and along your rails and inside your slide area. Let's see if there's anything in there. No, she's rather clean. Get your brush, get a tiny bit of solvent. Run it down your rails. You want your rails nice and clean. Run it down inside your rails, both sides, and then clean around in here. When you know you are not gooped up with tons of dripping solvent, go ahead and hit this portion right here, get her cleaned out, get up under that extractor claw. Oh yeah. And again, I'm staying away from the camera because I don't want to sling solvent all over my camera. Yeah. Stay away from putting all kinds of goop and oil and grease and everything up inside here. You do not want to goop up your striker channel with any kind of solvent, particulate, oil, anything that will attract dust, dirt, dust bunnies, and all of the above. So you don't really need to scrub around in this area. A good wipe down with the cloth, a rag, normally takes care of it. Now to get in your rails, get your rag, give it a little fold. A little fold. I don't know if that's going to show very good. Let me move that. Just got a little corner piece felded. Stick it in that rail and slide it up the whole way. Look what I just got out of that rail. Some gunkies. It's not really showing up all that great. There it is. You see it? How nasty. Get the other corner. All right, make you a little, that's all you gotta do is make you a little corner piece. It's kind of hard in this angle to show it. Get on the other side and ride that joker all the way up. That one was gunky too. Cool. And then just give a nice, wonderful wipe down. Boom, good to go. Now we got our frame. You are going to see a ton coffee. You will see a ton of carbon buildup all through in here in this area. I myself never oil down any of these components in here. Thousands of rounds through Glocks. I've not had an issue yet. What I do is I get my rag and I do a wipe down. Wipe down of all the parts. You'll be surprised how quickly the carbon comes off of it. Make sure your rails are nice and clean. If you want to throw a little bit of solvent on there, you can. Just make sure you get it off. There's no need to though. You don't want to leave solvent. You don't want a whole bunch of oil getting down in here and gritting things up on you. It's just, there's no need for it. Boom. Got that did. We're now back to the bore. Let's get it a couple more. Oh yeah. Just got to go a little careful with this because, again, I don't want to sprinkle the camera with solvent. Give you a few run-throughs. Check it out. Now, what's next? Now we need to run a patch through this gentleman's patches. These are the patches I rock and roll with. Work great in 9mm and 30 cal. Not bad. Get you a patch, and if you're using the factory Glock cleaning brush, then just run it through here. Boom, boom, boom. Get you a tiny bit of solvent on it, not a whole lot. That's too much. So, doesn't matter. It'll just drip out the barrel. It's just dripping off of it right now. Blip, blip, blip. Oh yeah, you probably want to have a nice towel down. Not a nice towel, the wife will kick your butt if you use one of her nice towels. And push it through. Couple 2 trees. Now we're really soggy in there. If you have really stubborn carbon, get a soaking and slopping wet patch and run it through there and let it sit. And then run this is not going to do much to stubborn carbon. The plastic, you really want a bronze bristle brush. My bore is not that dirty. So now what I'm going to do is get a dry patch, run the dry patch through. And we'll have a look-see. Run it through a few times. And there she is, gentlemen. Let's get the flashlight up and running. And let's see. Trying to, why is it so bright? Because it's so clean. Trying to line it up so you guys can see it. Probably not going to be able to see it. But it's dang near mirror-like in there. Crystal clean. Again, if you've got a lot of piles of the pews downrange, you're going to be scrubbing on it a lot longer than I have here. You're not done yet. Now you got to oil this joker back up. Alright, so starting with the barrel, what I like to do, get it out of the way. I use Slip 2000. You can use any gun oil you want. Slip 2000 has just proven herself to me. That's why I use it. The Extreme Weapons lubricant works great on ARs, dudes. Just get some on the patch. Let it soak in. You don't need a whole lot. This stuff goes a long, long ways. So we got it on the patch. Patch is nice and white. Let's lube the interior of that bore. Yes, it's lined. It's got a great lining in there. It's not going to corrode, but why run the risk? Who knows when the next time you're going to get out to the range is? So just run. Get some oil in there. Okay, let's see if you can see the oil in there. It's shiny now. It's goopy. It's goopy oils. You don't want clogs of oil. Just get some oil in there. All right. Now, take that same patch with the oil and give your barrel a wipe down. Exterior, come on, why not? Let's just get some oil on there. Might as well be gun oil instead of your dirty finger oils, right? She's oiled up. She's good to go. I don't typically run a whole lot of oil in this. You know what? And I'm not going to this round either. This is what I'm going to do this round. This is what I typically do. Grease. How little grease do you need? A toothpick. That's it. You can also, instead of using oil, if you want to, you can put a very, very thin coating of grease on your barrel. That's what I typically do if I'm going to hit the range hard, is throw some grease on there. Oil, she's just going to go sit in a safe because Brown Beast is my #1 now. Take my frame. Little tiny bit of grease. Just give a couple dabs on the rails, on the rail sections. A little tiny dab in the back here. And a little tiny dab right here. I didn't get too much on the back. And a little bit right there on the lock and block. Nah, a whole lot, just a teeny tiny bit. Gentlemen, do you see how little is on there? I can't see it. There you go. That's how little is on there. Get your finger, wipe it in. Get your finger, wipe it in. Wipe it in. Now if you want, you see this right here? This joker right here rides on top of your magazine and picks up, or rides on top of the bullets in the magazine and picks up the next round. Dude, just a tiny smidget on there, especially if you're running steel case, just helps things run a little bit better. If you want to go and put a little tiny bit inside the rails, you're more than welcome to do so. Just don't gob it up, gents. You do not want grease messing up all your itty bits in there. So on that little rail right there, just give it a wipe down. Rub it in. Can't even tell there was grease put on that, can you? Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, if you've never ran grease on your rails, a little tiny bit, put it back together and work it. And you would be like, that is so much smoother than oil has ever gotten me. Now, we are clear one last time because I'm fixing to turn this thing around to show you guys something. If you put too much grease on your rails, you will have an excess of grease around here in the back area. Wipe it up, lock it back, take a look under here, and see if you have grease building up anywhere. If you do, wipe it out of there, because that means you've got plenty. Gentlemen, I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions on how to clean and re-lubricate your Glock 17, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys do something else, let me know what you do in the comment section down below. Hopefully everybody's having a great day and is going to go out there and get some pow pow pew pews at the range in a safe manner. Maybe you're just finding out now that you can put grease on the rails and you're like, oh man, that's like stupid smooth. Yeah. Again, gents, hopefully I helped somebody out here. If I did help you out, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to support the channel, re-listen to all that stuff I said at the beginning of the video and click on one of the affiliate links. Thank you for stopping by CACTICALMAIN, and we'll catch you in the next video.